Dandy's World is a confusing game for beginners, and it has no tutorial, so this is a tutorial that I'm giving, except I'm really bad at describing things. So this is what the game looks like, and when you join, you'll get a badges for joining, and if you join in the alpha mode, you will get a badge, which that means the full game isn't out yet. And when you start, you'll get an option of 2 toons to choose, and toons are just characters. So Poppy gains a huge speed boost when she's attacked, and Boxton completes machines faster if there are more players in your round. And this is what the game will look like, except now the event is the Christmas event. So here is the Christmas part. Skins give you different ways to look as your toon, like this, and you can buy special limited edition toons. This is the main character, Dandy, and you buy all of the main toons from him, which have requirements to get, and that leads you to Twisteds. The Twisteds are the versions that have been corrupted by Ichor. Ichor is the currency, but also what would make the Twisteds not normal anymore. So, Ichor is what you can buy things for, and you get Ichor for surviving. Now, Twisteds are able to take your hearts if they hit you. Like, you deal damage to a Twisted when the Twisted hits you, but usually there's somebody that distracts the Twisted. And now into the stats. Health is when you get hit by a Twisted. It would go from 3 to 2 to 1, and then you die. Stealth is important because different toons have different stealth and just different stats. And this is easier to explain while in gameplay, so that's what I will be doing. If you press the join matchmaking button, it will search for a full match, and then it will send you into a match. Now, some people might leave because they discriminate starter toons, but that's okay. Trust me, that's okay. Now you see randomized Twisteds each round, and the Twisted is the toon that has overcome with Ichor. And you see 2 for the first few floors, but the higher you get, the more Twisteds there will be. And you can pick up things off of the ground, and one of these things would be research. So I will show you. A capsule. This is a research capsule. It would give you Ichor, which is the currency, but it would also give you research. Now that is a Twisted. You would want to stay away from somebody who looks like that. See how he's chasing me? And that sound is the sound of somebody getting hit. Now this is an extraction speed candy and a pop. The pop will restore your stamina. And the extraction speed candy is a candy to make you extract Ichor from machines faster. A Jawbreaker is like a gambling candy. It gives you a random effect for 20 seconds. So I got speed, and now I'm fast. Now tapes, you use the tapes later, because every odd floor, Dandy, the main character, pops up in his little shop. And the shop is based off of tapes. Now, each new round, the amount of tapes you have will go up by 10, but if you leave or die in the whole match, and then you do another match, you will not have any tapes. And this is very confusing. Stealth candy makes your stealth higher. So, this toon is named Louie. and the Twisteds would not be able to see me because his stealth is only 2 and my stealth is 3. And now gumballs give you a random effect for 5 seconds, but there's 3 of them. So speed, stealth, and extraction. Now this is Dandy's shop that you can buy things with tapes. So there is an extraction speed candy, another one, and an air horn. The air horn attracts Twisteds, so only the distractor would want to use that. And this floor has a toon, and this toon technically a Twisted. This Twisted is considered a free Twisted because what they do is keep an arm up and the arm can hit you. Now this is where the bandage item comes in. You see I'm at 2 hearts. Now if I press it, I gain another heart, meaning this item is very, very useful but also rare. So see how the Twisted doesn't see me until he turns the corner? That's because the Twisted was locked on Louie until he couldn't see Louie. But toons have a different amount of stealth, extraction, skill check, and stamina and speed, all of that. The extraction speed is how fast you extract these machines, and the skill check is how big that little line is. So I would want to press in the middle where it is gold, and that would make me have a great skill check if I press it there. And in the gray, that's a good skill check, but if you don't press that, it will, if you miss your skill check, it will attract the Twisteds. But if there's somebody distracting the Twisteds, then it really doesn't matter. And these are the voting cards that are on other floors, every other floor from Dandy, and they are random things that... I'm gonna stop checking the chat. They're random things that will help you in your match. Now, there are different types of machines, like this one has a circle and that one didn't. If you would remember, when I was extracting the normal machine, it just had a square skill check, but this skill check is circular, so it's in a circle instead of a square shape. And it's a little bit harder to do because the skill check gets smaller. And also there are other Twisteds. There's a lot of different Twisteds. And if you are on low health, the Twisteds can take hearts from you. Now, when 4 out of 4 machines are finished by the other players, there will be an elevator that opens because it's like going up to a new floor. Now, Dandy can sell pretty much anything. So, a bandage from his shop is very, very lucky. And the new floors can look different, as well as the Twisted are different. You usually can tell if something is twisted or not because they look strange. They look sad. And you can know what Twisted is on the floor because of research capsules, and also some of them glow. But sometimes there are different types of Twisteds where a free Twisted would be one that can't attack you openly unless you go up to it. Like the Twisted Connie is a ghost and she haunts machines. So if you press on the machine that she's haunting, she takes a heart from you. But you can check if she is on the machine or not because the light will flash and the little thing there will jiggle kind of. And then there's blocked that I already saw, which is a hand. The hand goes up out of the ground most of the time, but then for a little bit the hand goes into the ground, then changes its spot. So it's a little bit confusing when you get Twisted Blot. But then there's Twisted Glisten. Also, Blot is a mime. Glisten is a mirror. And this one is a hard Twisted to have because he has a bar above his head. And the bar has to stay down fully so he doesn't pop. The mirror doesn't crack. But in panic mode, which is when the elevator opens, Glisten cracks because he's alone and he doesn't want the players to leave him. So when all of the machines are finished, Glisten will crack and cause harm because he is very fast. Now, those are the Twisteds I'm going to cover, but then there are the fast Twisteds. There's also mains, which are harder to get, and the fastest Twisted in the game is a main named Pebble. He's giant and a dog, but he is very, very fast. Now, explaining the cards. They are randomized, but Blind Grab is like a gambling card. Well Paced is like you get a higher amount of stamina. So, and this floor is only temporary because this is the Christmas floor. And right now I can see that this is Twisted Blot with the hand, and that is Twisted Broody. Now, these aren't necessarily hard Twisteds, but you have to watch out for them. Now, this is a very rare item too. It gives you a very high amount of speed. So if I'm running from a very fast Twisted, the box of chocolates has 5 chocolates in it. And if you use them all at the same time, this is what it will look like. So it's that. That's very useful from getting away from Twisteds. Now this is the last machine type so far. This one bases off of your speed. So if you sprint, the machine Ichor will go up faster. And it takes away stamina when you sprint. But that is either easy or hard to do based on the tune that you have because of speed. Then, if you get hit by a Twisted, you can use an item to heal yourself, or you can ask a teammate to heal you. But only 3 of your teammates are able to heal you if they have a specific tune. That would be Cosmo, Ginger, or Sprout. Cosmo is a cake roll, Sprout is a strawberry, and Ginger is a cookie. You can find items, and there are 2 items that heal you, which are very rare and good. A medkit heals you from 1 heart to 3 hearts, and a band-aid would heal you from 1 heart to 2 hearts. And you can die from Twisteds, or you can die from a teammate that is griefing you. Griefing is a method of trying to kill people in the game, usually by stealth or hiding, but they like bring a Twisted over to you, and the only way you technically can die is Twisteds, but dying from a teammate would be because of Twisteds. Now, ornaments are the holiday things. You can only get this on the Christmas event, and pumpkins are for the Halloween event, baskets are for the Easter event. Ichor is the currency. And machines are those things that I showed you. Research capsules are the things. Picked up 16 items. Items are good to pick up because they would give you tapes if you use them. And surviving floors are probably the hardest thing to do based on how you play. and your team plays. But if you click the Twisteds, this is what Twisted Blot would look like, what Twisted Cosmo would look like, what Twisted Louie would look like, what Twisted Rudy would look like, and Toodles and Yada. Now for the showcase of the healers. This is what Ginger looks like from her profile. The easiest one to get is Cosmo, which costs 1,000 Ichor and owning 4 tunes. He looks like this. And the hardest one to get is Sprout, because he is a main. And Ginger is one of the limited time tunes, and this is what Twisted Ginger looks like. If you see her, don't worry too much, because she is the slowest Twisted in the game, except she is very, very slow. I hope this helped, but I've definitely gone over my time limit. Goodbye.